Acer Predator 21X review. Design and build. Of course, the first thing you'll notice about the Acer Predator 21X is the size. Pictures hardly do it justice, and to say this laptop is huge feels like an understatement. It's so big, -83mm thick at the back, that it comes with its own Pelican suitcase on wheels to help you transport it, not that you're likely to be taking it with you on holiday or anything. At a bonkers 8.5 kilograms in weight, the 21X is heavier than many desktop PC rigs out there. You can put it on your lap, but you won't want it there for long, like when a child has become a little too heavy to be picked up. Screen. As mentioned already, the Acer 21X unsurprisingly has a 21-inch screen. That's ridiculously big for a laptop, with larger models typically maxing out at 17 inches. It's also curved, and while we're not a big fan of this type of display tech on TVs, it's quite nice in this form. As you can see, it's extremely wide and uses an aspect ratio of 21:9. That's great for doing things like watching films or spreadsheets, but you'll actually want to play a lot of games in 16:9, which will mean you're using a 17-inch display. For example, games like Overwatch can be set to use the entire screen in the settings but look horribly stretched out. At full size, the resolution is 2560 by 1080 or WFHD. Processor, memory, storage. Most laptops come in different models, so you get a choice of the core specs, to some extent anyway. The Acer 21X, however, comes in just one form, so it's take it or leave it, hardly surprising given there are only 300. The 21X spec sheet is a little bit mind-blowing, and so it should be for £9,000, starting off with an Intel Core i7. It's a 7th generation Kaby Lake processor, and the quad-core i7-7820HK has a clock speed of 2.9 GHz, which goes up to 3.9 GHz in turbo mode. That's a full-blown desktop processor and is backed up by a whopping 64 GB of DDR4 SD RAM, and there are two 1 TB hard drive, one being traditional and the other an SSD. We tested the system for raw speed, and it, shock horror, provided us with some amazing benchmark results. In Geekbench 4, the Acer 21X scored 15,184 and in PC Mark 8 Home Accelerated managed 4,510. For comparison, the Alienware 17R4 with the same processor scored 13,148 and 3,812 respectively. Battery life. You might think the 21X is so big and heavy because it's got a huge battery, but that's not the case. In fact, you'll need to power this behemoth with two power supplies. One of the reasons this device shouldn't really be called a laptop is that you can't really use it without a mains power source. Unplug those power supplies and you're immediately on a pretty short count to the 21X conking out.